You're listening to Morning Special with me, 최수진, and this week we have something very special going on, and that is 특별 손님, 특별 초대석 코너인데요. 오늘은요, Jay's English Adventure의 정재연 선생님 모셨습니다. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning. It's very good to be with you on Wednesday morning.
It's lovely to have you here.
Thank you for having
Morning
me.
Special listeners will know your voice, but
Yeah.
now they can put a face to the voice.
Right? Yeah.
네, 우리 청취자분들에게 인사 한 말씀 그리고 자기소개 좀 부탁드릴게요.
알겠습니다. Hello everyone. I am Jay. So this is the voice you get to hear from Monday to Friday. Towards the end of this show, it's my voice. So my name Jay comes from the middle name of my full name, 정재연. So my Australian homestay host family, a lot of age there, started calling me Jay. So my middle name Jay was now slightly changed to Jay with a little bit of sprinkle of Western spices. So they started calling me Jay and I like it. I still do.
네.
And just one more the very important thing. I teach English and my students come from all walks of life. So they are idol groups, singers and models, actors, and I even have a pan-story singer too.
Oh, okay.
It's a breaking moment. What is it? I'm having it. And then business executives and also have young learners as well at the international school and at regular schools as well.
와우,
Yeah.
정말 많은 분들을
Yeah.
대상으로 이제 영어를 가르치시고 유명함각도 너무 좋으신데요. 그러니까 정재연에서 가운데 제에다가 서양식 양념을 조금 뿌려가지고 이제 J가 됐다.
맞습니다.
이렇게 설명을 해주셨어요. 네, 좋습니다. 자, 여러분 정재연 선생님, Jay 선생님에게 인사 말씀 그리고 질문 지금 바로 보내주세요. 샵 1045 그리고 반디로 보내주시면 됩니다. 저희 애플리케이션 반디, 그 다음에 단문 50원, 장문 100원의 이용료가 드는 문자 샵 1045 유튜브로도 보내주실 수 있어요. 저희 지금 라이브 스트리밍 중인데요. EBS 라디오 공식 채널 들어오시면 됩니다. 자, 이렇게 채택되신 분 중에 저희가 추첨을 통해서 세 분께 오디오 어학당 굿즈 선물 보내드릴 건데요. 지금 보이는 라디오로 잡히고 있죠? 요 굿즈 보내드리도록 하겠습니다. So Jay,
Yeah.
my first question to you is when did you first go to Australia and why?
Why and when? It's a very important question. So I was in my early 20s, so during that legendary World Cup season.
Aha.
Yeah, 21 and 22-ish. And why did I go? So I grew up watching the American show, I don't know if you know, The Wonder Years.
Yes, I know that.
케빈은 12살, right?
네, 잘 됐습니다.
Yeah, the Kevin was the main character. And I learned a little bit about American culture through his eyes and experiences. And I was thinking, I don't know what it is, but I want to know your language, right? And then,
wow.
yeah, 100%, this Kevin implanted the desire, desire that I want to learn and speak the language, and later they kind of grew in me. Yeah.
어렸을 때부터 스물스물
스물스물,
저 원더이어스에 나오는 케빈이 쓰는 그
Yeah.
언어 나도 그 언어 배우고 싶다 하는 게
Exactly,
이렇게 올라오다가 20대 때
Absolutely,
이제
yeah.
드디어 20대 때까지 어떻게 참으셨어요? 네, 그래서 20대 때 호주에 처음 가셨군요.
Yeah.
그게 이제 뭐 다른 이유가 없이 그냥 정말 호기심에 그러면 가신 건데 어떻게 보면. 네.
Absolutely. And the reason why I chose Australia was Australia is a beautiful country, of course, it's number one. But number two, very important reason was that I was not at all coming from the wealthy background, not at all far from it. So the Australia was the only country among other English-speaking countries that allowing international students to work part-time or studying. And that was very, very important and that appealed the most. And very important in my ability to go, actually. So, yeah, here we go. Here I am.
You had to consider money.
I had to consider the money.
And I guess that was one of the biggest factors, it sounds like.
Yeah.
아무래도 그때 당시에 이제 영어 공부도 하고 싶지만 뭐 재정적으로 막 여유가 있는 게 아니니까 돈도
Right.
벌 수 있는 뭐 그런 곳이
Exactly.
어디 있을까?
Yeah.
뭐 이게 추려서
Correct.
보다 보니까 호주. 이렇게 해서 가셨군요.
The weather is beautiful, though.
Yeah, definitely. So how did you study English in Australia? Did you go to school? Were you on a working holiday or like?
No, I was on student visa.
Okay.
Working holiday, there is an option, but I didn't go for that because then I had to come back to Korea after a year or two to
okay.
renew my visa. And I didn't want to
Sure.
give myself that chance. Maybe I kind of want to go, maybe I'll settle down here. I don't want to do that. So I went to Australia on student visa and I went to a language school first.
아, 먼저는 그러면 어학당에 등록을 하셔서 영어 공부를 거기서 하셨군요.
Yes, that's right.
And I understand that within a couple of months, your level of English improved drastically.
That's true. That's true.
How?
Like it took about 4 to 5 months.
한 4, 5개월 만에 비기너 레벨에서 intermediate, advanced? advanced까지 올라가셨어요?
Yeah, that's a miracle,
어떻게,
wasn't it?
how?
So people usually don't believe that story, but I've got my friends to talk about it. So I remember the first day when you go to the school, you have this what we call level test.
Yes.
Yeah? I still remember exactly what my question was. Though I had this prepared questions, the teacher suddenly out of the blue asked me the question. I did not prepare. Jay, then talk about Korean food.
원래 이제 준비했던 예상 질문과 답변이 있는데,
Right. Then,
그게 아니라 갑자기 한국 음식에 대해서 좀
exactly.
얘기를
Then
해봐라.
I was like, I did my free time hobby. No, Korean food. And I was like, I remember exactly.
What did you say?
So, listen.
Okay.
I said, very famous food is Korean kimchi.
이렇게 하셨어요.
You had to
이게 이제
see the look on her face.
첫 번째 레벨 테스트에서
That was a beginner, right? Yeah, and then
네.
she was like confused. Confused the whole time. She didn't understand. And I'm like, I was confused too. Was I embarrassed? No, not at all. Then I'm like, 왜 못 알아듣는
근데
거야?
이 점이 참 중요하네요.
Right.
I was confused but not embarrassed.
Not embarrassed.
좀 혼란스럽기는 했지만
Right.
창피하진 않았다.
Because embarrassment only comes when you realize you make mistakes.
그래서 네, 하루 강아지가 법무서인 줄
Exactly.
모른다고 뭐가 창피해야 되는 줄도
why?
몰랐기
왜
때문에
김치 모르지?
창피하지는 않았지만 혼란스러웠다.
I was confused.
근데 이거 사실 굉장히 좋은 팁이에요.
Right.
우리가 사실은 굉장히 많이 창피해하거든요. 영어
그렇죠.
공부, 다른
Right.
외국어 공부할 때.
Right.
네, 그럴 필요 없습니다.
네,
의도적으로라도 없애세요.
그렇죠.
네.
힘들어요. It's really hard. It's easier said than done. And it's true. It's very difficult, but maybe just 20 seconds.
So after 4 or 5 months, as you said, fast forward, you became an advanced speaker.
Yeah.
How?
So, I had
오디오북 같은 거 활용했다고 들은
right.
것
So,
같아요. 네.
so see, I went to Australia and I had very important rule to
Yeah.
follow. It's my rule, of course. Do not make Korean friends. But don't get me wrong. Of course, it's very nice to socialize and share experiences and information with other Koreans overseas.
Right.
It's important.
But you didn't want to hang out with Korean
didn't.
friends.
One thing was very clear. They could be good or bad. It depends on your need and situation. For me, I could not afford that, and I didn't want that. As a result, I did not have any friends. Zero friends to talk to hang out with.
야,
A little
너무
sad.
재밌네요. 그러니까 호주에 가가지고 딱 한 가지 규칙을 스스로 세운 거죠. 한국 친구는 사귀지 말자. 그러다 보니까 친구가 없었다.
Of course.
아예 친구
No,
사귀기가
so zero.
zero friends가 있으셨어요.
Zero friends가
네.
있었습니다. So,
네, 그래서요.
yeah, so with me, myself, and I started to go into the library because I had no friends to talk to in my free time. It's a little sad, but it was okay. My choice, and I
전화위복이
chose that
됐네요.
option, right?
친구 없으니까 나
Right.
뭐하지? 도서관이나 가볼까?
Right, exactly. The locals, they're really good, free and
Yes.
expensive. It's a great place. For a little while, I went there and I did my homework and worked on my, grammar rules and vocab like people do. And then one day that happened.
What happened?
So it was a miracle. I saw a group of people listening to something with their headphones. I didn't know what they were doing, but I thought maybe, music time, right?
Yeah.
And I got close to them to see what were they doing, and I learned that they were blind. So what they were listening was audiobooks.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to try that out, and I picked really easy one, thin, like 15 pages with big letters.
Yeah.
So I grabbed that book, and I sat down, I got headphones, and that was it. The magic happened right at the moment.
Really?
I was in the story, you know, with all the sound, that door opening and closing, with the wind blowing, people talking. And from then on, I listened to the audiobooks every day, literally every day, even while I was sleeping. And later I suffer from ear infections, irritations.
Because you listen to it so much.
Yeah. But I didn't stop it. I keep going like, then I would listen.
사실 지금은 오디오북이 굉장히 흔하지만
Right.
20년 전에는
Exactly.
지금 말씀하신 것처럼 그렇게 흔치 않았고요. 뭐 스마트폰으로 오디오북 듣는 거 이거는 이제 상상할 수
at all.
없었던
Not a
시대였고
smartphone.
지금 이제 it was for the blind라고 얘기를 했었잖아요. 그러니까 시각장애인 분들을 위한
Right.
그런 이제 오디오북들이 도서관에 배치가 돼 있어서 그런 것들을 활용한 거죠. 제일 쉬운 책으로 이렇게 했는데 그 안에 효과음과 뭐
Right,
이런
the
사운드들이
silly sounds
너무
and, you know?
예, 너무 잘 되어 있어서 이걸 들으면서 처음 듣자마자 여기 빠지셨나 봐요.
Yeah.
그럼 한 권을 한 몇 번 정도 다시 반복해서 들으셨나요?
So for me, I chose one book and I listened to that 10 times or 20 times, about a month if it was thicker.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just repeating because I love
listening
the
to
voice.
again and again.
Again and again.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I did not read the transcript or the printed books. So I wasn't, I didn't know what was about.
Right, right.
And then I just keep listening. I love the voice. I love the sound of people as if like I have friends. My friends, like,
오디오북이 내 친구였어.
yeah, they were. And
눈물이 날 것 같은데. 지금.
I know, you know.
아, 이렇게 좀 절절하게 영어, 절절하다기보다는 어쨌든 이제 좀,
Desperate, that's the right word.
친구가 없어서 시작한 오디오북과의 교류였네요.
Yeah.
네, 근데 이렇게 하다 보니까 같은 책을 듣고 또 듣고 또 듣고 하니까 귀가 뻥 뚫리셨나 봐요.
Exactly. Yeah.
와.
That happened.
자, 그러면은 우리 청취자분들을 위해서도 오디오북을 좀 추천해 주실 수 있나요? 뭐 어떤 거를 추천해 주실 수 있나요?
So it really depends on your level and interest. If you are just starting out, I probably recommend, like I did, children's books.
Yeah.
It's got a lot, it's fun, engaging, and inspiring too. And a lot of, you know, silly sounds they make.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful. And they exaggerate the sound too. Anything they do, right? The lines and everything.
Yeah.
And if you are intermediate, I probably personally recommend the EBS programs
아하.
and the morning show as well.
네.
On top of that, you can also go for, this is, what's the graphic novel series. What is it? The Diary of Wimpy Kid. That's pretty good too. Got a lot-
레벨에
yeah.
따라서 지금 여러 가지를
Yeah.
추천을 해주셨는데 완전히 내가 초보다 하면은 어린이 책. 좋아요. 왜냐하면 어린이 책에서는 이 굉장히 과장되게 천천히 재밌게
Right.
나레이션을 하기
Yeah.
때문에 이런 거부터 시작하다가 내가 좀 한 인터미디어트 정도 레벨이다 하면은 EBS의 오디오 학당 이용하시면 되겠습니다.
There are a lot of programs. It's good,
정말
isn't
많아요.
it?
네, 저희가 뭐 7,000개 이상의 콘텐츠가
OMG, see? Here we go.
자, 그다음에 이제 내가 정말 어드밴스드다. 그러면은 뭐 그거보다 더 뭐 두꺼운 책을 읽는 오디오북이라든지 이런 것도 좀 가능할까요?
Absolutely. And
네.
if you are advanced, you don't need my recommendation. At all.
그러네요.
Yeah.
아,
you
그리고
can
뭐
just-
그 이상의 어드밴스드면은
Yeah.
예, 뭐 조언이 필요하지 않겠다라고
No.
지금 말씀해 주셨는데. 자, 우리 청취자분들이 지금 아주 문자랑 사연이 많이 들어오고 있습니다. 권미선 님이요. 목소리 너무 매력적이세요.
Oh, thank you.
네, 하셨고. 방양숙 님. 와, 대단한 에너지가 느껴집니다. 라고 하셨고요. 네, 저희가 이제 사실 방송 아까 시작하기 전에 음악 나가는 동안에 이제 정재현 선생님이 들어오셔가지고 이거 원고 이렇게 따라서 읽는 거 이거 조금 긴장된다.
Right.
그래서 제가 치우세요. 했더니 정말 저 원고 안 보고 계세요.
원고
그냥
치웠습니다.
저기 가 있습니다. 프리 토킹 지금 하고 있는데요. 너무 좋아요. 네. 그래서 그럼에도 불구하고 예, 이렇게 에너지가 예, 넘치는 게 많이 느껴집니다. 자, 정미현 님이요. 20대 때 가셨다고요? 저는 더 일찍 가신 줄 알았어요. 하셨고. 네. 손윤영 님은요. 2018년 두 아이 데리고 호주 조기 유학을 다녀온 직장 맘인데요. 제이 선생님이 말씀하시는 호주의 아름다움과 학교에서 만났던 좋은 선생님들 그리고 학부모님들 너무 그립네요. 덕분에 애들은 영어를 좋아하고 잘합니다. 라고 보내주셨어요. 김경선 님도 너무 재밌어요. 하셨습니다. 네, 그래요. 자, 우리 얘기를 이어가기 전에 잠시 쉬어갈까요? 네. Let's take a short break. We're going to listen to a song now. This is Sigala and Mnek with Radio. Sigala and MNEK Mnek Radio 이렇게 불렀고요. 자, 여러분의 사연 한번 보도록 하겠습니다. 김기남 님이요. 호주 영어가 우리가 한국에서 배운 미국 영어랑 발음이나 단어가 달라서 힘든 거는 어떻게 극복하셨을까요? 했는데요.
Oh, this question. When I was in Korea, my English was bad. I told you, kimchi's favorite. So
아예 백지 상태였기
Yeah,
때문에
so-
네, 미국 영어도
Yeah,
잘 못해
American?
뭐 영어 자체를 못해서
yeah.
아하.
So to me, no problem, no issue.
전혀 문제가 되지 않았답니다. 왜냐? 미국 영어를 제대로 공부를 안 하셨기 때문이라고
미국
하셨는데요.
영어뿐이 아니라
뭐 어떤
English?
영어도 그냥 영어에 대한 열정은 많으셨는데
열정만 있었습니다.
근데 이제 뭐 이렇게 공부를 많이 한 상태로 간 게
not
아니라
at all.
진짜 이렇게 깨끗한 도화지 상태로 가셔서 이렇게 공부를 하셨군요.
아이처럼.
이것도 좋습니다. 사실은요. 네.
그래서 저는 질문이 없었어요. I had no question. If a teacher says something, I would say,
아하.
and yeah, you're right.
어떻게 보면 처음 제대로 배운 영어가 그럼 호주식 영어겠네요.
Yes.
그래요. 네, 답변이 됐을 것 같고요. 정진묘님은요. 엄마 아이디로 글 올립니다. 저는 4학년이 되는 이가윤인데요.
네.
선생님께 궁금한 게 있어요. 영어를 재밌게 하려면 어떻게 해야 될까요? 우리 4학년이 지금 이걸 고민하고 있는데
Fourth grader. Wow, you're cute.
재미없게 공부하고 있나 봐요.
그런가 봐요.
어떻게 재밌게 할까요?
So, if I were you, I probably spend less time at the table, sitting.
네.
Yeah,
Just move around.
move around and, you know, you got great movies, animated movies with no subtitles. And of course you don't understand at first. No need to understand. You just, you know, just enjoy listening to it.
How about, putting little post-its here and there on the wall so every time you walk around or go to
That's
the
a
toilet,
good idea
you can
too.
just have a look at the words.
That's a good idea too. A window? Let me open the window. Like, you know, the inner
네.
voice you talk to.
네.
So, yeah.
가만히 앉아 있는 게 좀 지루할 수 있으니까 우리 정지현
It is
선생님이
boring, isn't it? Yeah, it's true.
지금 팁을 주신 게 뭐냐면 계속 움직이면서 영어를 접할 수 있도록 뭐 여기저기에다가 이렇게 뭐 노트 같은 그 포스트잇 같은 거
Right.
붙여놔도 되고요.
Yeah.
아니면 화장실 가서 이제 볼일 보면서 이 앞에 단어 몇 개 좀 보아도 되고 아니면은
Exactly,
뭐 손
yeah.
우리 매일매일 손
Yeah.
몇 번이나 씻어요.
Yeah, yeah.
여기 앞에다가 세면대 앞에다가 뭐 포스트잇 하나 붙여놓고
Yeah.
네, 접착제로
Yeah.
된 여기 계속 상표명을 말하게 되네요. 자, 어쨌든 요 종이 붙여놓고 뭐 아니면은 이제 영화라든지 이런 거는
Yeah.
좀 앉아서 보는
Yeah.
거 재밌으니까 재미를 말씀하셔서 그런 것 같고요.
So whatever you learn, you gotta put those things into practice.
네.
So,
그리고 또 하나는 지금 이제 4학년이라고 했는데 그 재밌는 그 순간들, 경험들을 많이 해야 이제 더 모티베이션이
맞아요.
되거든요. 그래서 저희가 선물 드릴게요. 기분 너무 좋으시죠? 네, 이렇게 참여 많이 하면은 기분 좋은 일이 생기는 겁니다. 자, 정진묘님, 사실 이번에 따님이라고 한 것 같은데. 예, 이가윤 학생. 예, 저희가 선물 보내드릴 거예요. 자, 김미선님은요, 한국 오셔서 실력 유지는 어떻게 하셨어요?
So it was important to me. So till now, I every day in the morning, you know, I love putting on makeup and love it.
I didn't know that, but I do now.
You know, so it takes about an hour on average. I love it in different style. So for that hour, I play podcast
화장을 하실 때도 팟캐스트를 틀어놓고
all the time. all
그렇게
the time.
유지하시는군요.
Yeah. And yeah.
네, 이렇게 하신답니다. 자, 지금 읽은 그 질문, 네, 세 분의 질문 읽었는데요. 세 분 모두에게 저희가 어학당 굿즈, 오디오 어학당 굿즈 보내드리겠습니다. 홈페이지에 들어오셔서 당첨자 게시판 확인하시고요. 주소와 연락처 꼭 남겨주세요. 자, 영어를 배우면서 여러 가지 한계가 있을 수 있어요. How did you overcome those difficulties?
So, a lot of people, I heard people saying that, Jay, it's almost impossible to learn to speak English naturally and easily as an adult. You know what I really deeply believe? That's so cliche and so old-fashioned. I don't know who said it first, but I know. It's our inner voices. It's our inner voice. The non-stop internal monologues keep telling you that too late. Like I had a student, 37. She was 37, and she told me that, Jay, I'm 37. I'm too late. It's over. What's over? You haven't even started yet, right? So
우리를 가장 이게 발목을
Right.
잡는 것은
age.
우리 자신이다.
Exactly.
이런
Yeah.
얘기죠. 내가 지금 30대 후반인데, 내가 지금 40대 후반인데,
Right.
영어 공부 내가 어떻게 이거를 좀 극복할 수 있을까요? 우리 제이 선생님의 조언은요. 지금 시작도 안 했으면서 뭘 극복할 생각을
Exactly.
하십니다. 일단 그냥 시작을 하시는 겁니다.
극복은
그리고
후에.
자신의 이런
Yeah.
뭐 못할 것 같다, 늦은
Right.
것 같다 이런 생각이 방해 요소라는 걸 인지를
Right.
좀 해야겠네요. 그러면 그런 거를 이제 막 혹시 부정적인 생각이 나오면 아니야 이렇게 좀 극복을 하셨나 봐요.
Yeah, sometimes you're better off not listening to your inner voice. It's not always positive. It's not always helping.
Yeah.
So,
뭐 에피소드 얘기를 좀 또 해볼까요? 뭐 기억에 남는 재밌는 에피소드 같은 거 뭐가
Yeah.
있었을까요? 선생님 자체가 좀 재밌긴
yeah,
한데. 네.
I have a lot of episodes to
네.
share, but
네.
two things. So number one, had no friends, and number two, I listened to a lot of audiobooks. But I never read any of those printed books, right? So, and I listen about 30 times?
Yeah.
Or a month? Then you get to memorize the entire lines. And I didn't know what that meant, but that was in here. And I kind of want to test myself in a real life conversation. The best place was school.
Yeah.
So my teacher, Mr. Smith, so it was one day, I had this sentence with the intonation, like accent is byproduct of learning,
그러니까
language.
오디오북에서 외운 거를
Yeah.
이제 가지고 장착을 한 상태에서 학교에 갔군요.
That was this one. I thought you were going to school. Like with this facial expression too.
네, 요 문장을 다다다다 외워
Right.
오디오북에서
Yeah.
들었으니까.
I didn't know what
네.
it meant. I thought it was a 다시 뭐죠, but anyway, right? Then my teacher was walking towards, and then I like, oh, you are. So we had kind of, about a second of how are you? How was your day?
Yeah.
Then I say, but Mr. Smith, I thought you were going to school. Then,
학교에 가시는 줄 알았는데 이렇게.
right. And then the look on his face like,
What are you talking
so
about?
confused. Like, Jay, what are you talking about? I'm at school. But you know what? That moment,
Yeah.
you understood? You understood what I just said? And he was like, are you okay? I'm like, oh,
뭔지
God.
알 것 같아요.
Yeah.
근데 그 선생님이 어리둥절하긴 했지만 어쨌든 내 말을 알아들은 거잖아요. 그래서
He did.
내가 쓰는 영어를 원어민이 알아듣네.
Exactly, yeah.
하는 그런 순간을 이제 경험을 해서 더 자신감이
Yeah.
생기셨군요.
And then I kind of want to test my listening too. And the best place for that was my workplace, the cafe. Yeah. So every time I went to my workplace, my English was not ready still. But then they will complain a lot because of my English, and they can't do anything. She can't make this one. But whatever they say, the complaint were I didn't really care. I didn't take any of them seriously. And then all the time it was every time they say something in face, and I'm going, oh my God. I hear you. I hear them, everything they say. Improving, right? The entire moment. So,
아니, 이게 들리다니.
exactly. My
뭐 어떻게
practice
된 거야?
field.
이런
Exactly.
기분을.
Yeah.
네. 자, 그렇다면 우리 청취자분들도 이런
Yeah.
기분 이제 많이 경험하고 싶으신데요. 마지막으로 영어 회화 이거 한 가지만은 꼭 기억해라. 네, 한마디로 요약해 주시죠.
So, at the end of the day, what you want to do as much as possible is to speak and listen, right? So, try to you can listen to audiobooks or 최수진's morning special every day. How good is that? 7 days a week. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you've got other things too going on, right? You have like what? Hundreds of programs. So just expose yourself
Expose
to that
yourself.
environment.
네, 노출.
Let
네.
it play.
영어 환경에 그냥 노출이 되기만
Exactly, yeah.
해도 이제
That's the best
시작이다.
thing, isn't it?
좋습니다. 네, 오늘 저는 제이 선생님이랑 얘기하면서 역시 선생님의 attitude로부터 우리가 참 배울 게 많다는 생각이 들었어요. 시간 내주셔서 너무 감사합니다.
Thank you very much for having me, and that was really great.
We'll be looking forward to your Jay's adventures every day.
Thank
네, 아유, 벌써 시간이 이렇게 마무리할 때가 됐네요. 여러분들 재밌으셨죠? 자, 홈페이지 들어가셔서 당첨자 확인방 확인하시고 선물 받으실 주소와 연락처 꼭 남겨주세요. Well, we're going to listen to a song now. This is Joe Cocker with a little help from my friends. 아까 제이 선생님이 얘기한 The Wonder Years의 테마곡입니다. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye for now. 지금까지 저는 최수진이었습니다. See you in 22 hours.